This module is Roles and Responsibilities, Systematic Review Stages and Information Specialist Skills. There are 3 objectives for this module: to know the broad stages of a systematic review and where your skills can be utilised, and to understand the differences between a literature search and a systematic review search. I'll talk initially about searching in a systematic review, followed by a simple flowchart which we've developed that shows the stages of a systematic review. We then go on to look at the skills which information professionals already have and how they might be utilised within a systematic review. You are probably all experts at helping others do a literature review, and this table here neatly shows some of the differences between a literature review and a systematic review. I'd like to bring your attention to the search strategy row in the table. It shows here that in a literature review the search strategy is not explicitly stated, whereas in a systematic review there is a comprehensive search strategy and the search is conducted in a systematic way. If we look at a couple of the handbooks on systematic reviews, one is the Cochrane Handbook and the other is the Centre for Research and Dissemination CRD Handbook, we can see a bit more detail about searching. Firstly, the search has to be thorough. It should also be transparent, objective, and be able to be evaluated and reproduced. The Cochrane Handbook also recommends that a range of sources need to be searched. The reason for this is to help minimise bias within a systematic review. We will be referring to the Cochrane and CRD handbooks throughout our presentations and at the workshop, as well as any other guidelines, handbooks or manuals which are relevant for systematic review. This slide here shows our systematic review flowchart. It takes you from the question at the beginning to the writing up and communicating findings at the end. It shows it here as a linear process, which it generally isn't, but it is a useful guide to indicate the stages within a systematic review. In looking at the stages of a systematic review, it's fairly obvious which stages an IS may be involved in: the searching and the full text retrieval. However, there are other stages in the review process where an IS's skills are extremely valuable, particularly supplementary searching and reference management. An IS can be involved in different ways throughout the whole process, either by doing or providing advice. It is, however, extremely useful if your role can be decided early on in the systematic review. It may be that the IS decides which databases to search, develops a search strategy and runs the searches, but then provides advice on supplementary searching and reference management. If the information specialist has decided which databases to search, developed the master search strategy and run the searches across all the databases, then they should be involved in writing up the methods in both the protocol and the final writing up stage. If an IS does this, then they should be an author on the publication. We will be using this flow diagram throughout the online tutorials and on the workshop day, so you will see this again. Here's a list of librarian skills from SILIP's Professional Knowledge and Skills Base. You will see that it's a comprehensive list, and we think many of these skills which you already have are very useful within a systematic review. These ones highlighted in red are probably the most useful. For example, when you decide which databases you're going to search, and when you develop your master search strategy, you are using and exploiting knowledge and information as well as utilising your research skills. When you give advice or carry out the reference management within a systematic review, you are organising the knowledge and information as well as using your records management skills. If you're interested, here is some further reading to find out a bit more about systematic reviews and what your role in it could be. There is also an assignment attached to this section, so please have a go at doing it and remember to send it to us before you come to the workshop. Thank you for listening.